is running. Excellent.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So it is recording.
It's so awesome. How long have you guys known each other?
Well, me and Joe, since we were 12, I
13.
think.
Wow.
13 we graduated.
We were 14, yeah. 13 years.
Wow.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's almost
50 years.
50 years.
And how long have you known Tony Mazza?
He would say too long.
A little over 30, maybe?
Yeah,
A
probably.
little over 30 years. And we've probably been playing together for over 25.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and we haven't killed each other.
Yeah.
Joe, how would you describe your sound, your music?
Overall or individually? The band?
Either way, both.
The band is, I don't know, we all have so many different influences, you know, a lot of them in common and some of them not in common. Way back when, you know, back when we were early 20s, Jerry was really into Alice Cooper and I really couldn't stand him, you know, so I never really kind of got where he was coming from as far as listening to that kind of music. And now Alice is absolutely one of my favorite performers in the world.
Jerry, who's your favorite drummer? Right offhand, who?
Ainsley Dunbar. I want to call him a session drummer, but he's a field drummer. He's played with Zappa, played with Bowie, played the original Journey when they first got together.
Yep.
What's his name?
Ainsley Dunbar.
Excellent.
When I first started out, I was, of course, in love with Led Zeppelin. Figured out the first 2 albums, and then I taught a friend of mine who actually made the guitar, Rob Angle. An amazing guitar. It's the body is made from almost 200-year-old Southern Yellow Pine.
Wow.
And yeah, it was taken from a tea factory in Brooklyn, New York. That was, I think, built in 1890 something, and they converted it to apartments. And my friend and luthier Rob Angle was invited down to look at the wood when they were building an elevator shaft for the apartments, and the 30-foot lengths of these were coming out. And he hand-picked them and makes guitars out of them. The back on this one is butternut.
Wow. That's awesome.
You can see the tight grain on the sides.
Robert Johnson, what does that name mean to you?
I love Robert Johnson. It's just a man and his guitar, and everything inside just comes out through that guitar. And he started the whole blues, as far as I'm concerned, anyway.
If James Brown is the godfather of soul, then Robert Johnson is definitely the godfather of
James Taylor might be
blues.
somebody's godfather.
Do you guys all have a separate favorite, or?
I don't know if we've ever discussed it.
I don't think we have.
For me, it would have to be, well, I got 2 equal favorites, Ego and Greed, and I can't even think of the name of it, that's me.
That's something else.
Jesus called me Colette.
Right on.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Ego and Greed for me. I was it's just such a very deep song without being overly complicated. It's very simple, but the meaning and the way the emotion that comes out of that song when we play it, always gets to me. And the thing is, generally when we get together and play, we seem to play it every time we do get together. And the beauty of it is always different. That's one of those songs that's open to interpretation. And that's one thing that's beautiful about our music, I think.
Here's something that you guys don't know about that song. That song I wrote was actually at one point late at night a schoolroom prayer.
I can see that.
So I didn't know about the 3 scratches from the lady in my apartment.
My wife knows about it, so that's okay. She bandaged me up when I got home.
Wow.
Actually, I'm surprised she didn't say, "Where'd you get them from?"
Oh, I said Joe, and she said, I knew it.
At least they weren't on your back.
Can you tell me when you realized, like for instance, it was in your blood and that you had to be a musician?
13 years old. And I used to sit on the couch and I put these coffee cans together with the plastic tops. I used to make bongos out of them. just for the hell of it. It's that. It was always music. My house was always music from when I was born to whatever.
The same thing. I started playing when I was 12, and by the time I was 13, of course, I wanted to be a rock star. By the time I was in 20, I still wanted to be a rock star. Now I just want to learn how to play. Never, always in competition with myself to be a little bit better than I was yesterday. Doesn't always work out. But it's the love of music. I can't keep away. I've tried to put it down quite a few times. I always wind up going back to it.
My dad used to love classical music, and a lot of times on Sunday morning, not every Sunday morning, but when he was feeling kind of good, and I guess he was laid back, he'd throw on, Tchaikovsky or Mussorgsky, or not really any of the heavies like Beethoven or anybody like that. But I was just like, wow. I was like, whoa, this is great. And then I don't know, I just gravitated to it. I started the drums originally. I taught myself guitar, and I taught myself the bass at about 16. And
we were both drummers as a kid.
Yeah,
I mean, me before I think I was 10 years old. I was playing drums for years.
And actually, I started at 10. It was the only thing I really had formal training on.
Wow.
And actually, Jerry and I were in one of our first bands together, and he was one of the lead singers, and I was the drummer.
And now we can't get him to open his friggin' mouth. I mean, he won't sing on the song.
It's true.
Put a mic in his face, and he looks like Mikey.
What would be your message to any aspiring musician or young musician in this time where music is really going through so many changes?
You have to play, and you play what feels good to you. That's what I would say. Play what you like.
The only time that I really feel it's all been worth it is all those times when it's just pouring out of you, when your heart is just singing, and you get lost in that. It's an incredible high. It's like another dimension, and you're just there. You are the music. It's those little moments that are very infrequent that keeps me coming back, because I know, hoping for another turn in that dimension of being in the music, being the music. When it starts to flow from here, and you're not thinking, you're not singing, you're not doing anything, you're singing in your head, and it's coming through your fingers, is the best.
Musicians today have so many options. I mean, you can sit in your bedroom, with an Apple and record an album. I think it's lost a lot of, if you will, the paying your dues aspect of it. I think it was something that we were always brought up on, was to pay our dues to move forward, or with God willing, move forward. But just like Tony said, just don't create it out of the goal of money or whatever like that. I mean, well, if you can make a couple bucks, God bless you. But I mean, this is where it comes from. This is where it starts. This is where it ends, right here.